Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. I'd like to show you how to make kale greens with smoked turkey on the stove. Now, if you're the person that don't eat meat, you can just leave the turkey out, okay? Alright, so let's do it. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. I know you're gonna like it, so I appreciate you giving it the thumbs up. Share the video and subscribe. Okay? Let's do it. Okay, so this is the kale greens. I took the stem off of them. This is the stem. You just peel it, the kale greens off the stem. And then I washed them 3 times. Okay, that's very important. In the frying pan here, I have a little olive oil, as you can see down there. And so we're going to saute right away some onions, some cut up onions. So this is one medium-sized onion that I had in the refrigerator already cut up. I'm going to let that cook. Okay, I'm going to put a little more olive oil in, about 3 more tablespoons full. You just want to cook the onions a few minutes so that they don't taste raw in the end product. Now you know normally you would cook kale greens on the stove with a bunch of water and boil that for about maybe an hour, hour and a half till it gets tender. But I'm going to show you today because you don't really need to cook kale that long on the stove, okay? So here's one half of a smoked turkey wing, okay? So I just wanted to show you, I already boiled it, and I boiled it for about an hour. And so now we're going to pick the meat off of it and take the skin off. I don't want the skin. This part I do not want. If you want it in yours, by all means put it in yours. So this is what we're looking for, the turkey meat. So I'm just going to pick off the meat. From the skin. I have some broth from when I boiled the smoked turkey, so that broth is gonna be incorporated as well. Not all of it, some. Okay, I threw the skin away, and this is what we're left with. Okay, so now that our onions have cooked down some, this is some of the broth that was left over from the smoked turkey wing when I cooked it. And put that in there. Okay, that was about, I would say almost 2 cups because it was right there. 2 cups of broth. Now if you don't use any meat at all so that you can't get the broth from it, it's okay. You can use vegetable-based broth or chicken broth, or just water with your seasoning. So you can see I have more kale than the frying pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on this and let this cook down some, and then I'll put the rest in. It'll cook down in a few minutes. Okay, this is my top. Okay, I'm going to bring you back in 5 minutes when that's reduced. Thank you. Okay guys, it's been cooking for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to turn it over so that the pot that's on the bottom gets on the top, so I can fit more in the frying pan. Okay, we can fit more in now. Okay, it's all in. Now I want to flip the kale that I just put in to the bottom, if I can. Okay, I'm going to put some olive oil on the top. I'm going to let that cook another 5 minutes. I'll be back. Okay guys, let's see what's going on. I have very little broth down there, which is fine, because that will allow this to finish as a steam, like steaming it. Okay, so I want to put my seasonings in. So I'm putting in Lawry's seasoning salt. Black pepper. And I'm going to put in some vegetable base. Putting in a heaping tablespoon. I think I want to put in one more. Let me get another clean spoon. So I'm going to change that to 2 heaping tablespoons of vegetable base. Okay, I'm going to put the smoked turkey that I broke off. It was a half of a turkey wing, smoked turkey wing. Okay, I want to taste that to see if the kale is done. the kale is done. So I would say that that was what, maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to pan that up and give you the word of the day as well. Give me a second. Thank you. Okay guys, I brought you back to give you the final look before I taste it. Look at that. So it goes to show you, all greens are not cooked at the same time. So collard greens you would have to definitely cook for maybe 45 minutes to an hour or more sometimes, depending on how much you have. But the kale greens, you see, it took 15 minutes on top of the stove in a skillet. Something you learned today, right? Okay. So I'm going to taste. Let me show you. Okay, here goes. The flavor, guys, the flavors out of this world. So good. Okay, let me finish chewing and I'm going to give you the word of the day. Okay, the word of the day. The word of the day is bad choices of words. Your bad choices of words. Don't destroy a life because you decided that you wanted to use bad, negative words against someone, or even to just on a regular basis instill in them negative thoughts, your negative words and thoughts. Like maybe you call people stupid, dumb, ignorant, or call them women out of their name, or call guys out of their name. You know the words you say, and you know when they're bad and negative. Even you have a thought that goes through your head right after you say it, and you either enforce it or you ignore the thoughts. Either way, you're destroying a life. And are you ready to be responsible for destroying a life? Do you want your legacy for them to look back and say all the hurtful things you did to them? If you don't want that, change, because it's in your power to change. Don't put your negative thoughts up against or towards someone else. That's the word of the day. So I want to thank you in advance for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.